Isn't he, though? Colin Farrell and Jessica Findlay on the sofa now. We had a flavour of it there, and I guess it's not a bad film for Valentine's Day to talk about, is it? Because love is at the core.
Yeah. It's a bit more Valentine-y than Conan the Barbarian.
On the top there.
Yeah.
Or floods, as a word
yes.
we're going to have to talk about.
Yes, indeed. No, it is. The story is kind of Akiva's idea behind the whole script, which was based on a Mark Helper novel, was just the idea that love is transcendent and love survives loss and, you know, all those kind of lofty ideals.
Yeah, and it has a real fairy tale quality, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I suppose, like, because also the fact that there's a lot of darkness within it too, and fairy tales are always, you know, you go back to the original fairy tales and they're really dark. So, yeah, kind of includes all those elements.
And I haven't seen it yet, partly because I was stuck on a train, but that's another story. But I gather that...
Don't get him started on it, by the way, you two.
There is within it a great deal of tenderness. I mean, it's a gentle, tender film, is that correct?
It's a very, very sentimental film, yeah. And the director was kind of unapologetically pursuant of this sweetness and this sentimentality. The film completely lacks edge. It has no cynicism at all. It felt like a kind of a throwback to a more old-fashioned treatment of the ideas of the birth of love and the experience of love between two young lovers.
And you were on the red carpet.
One young lover and the other one.
Well, there are scary moments, doesn't it? Because Russell Crowe plays a mean baddie. He's properly frightening in this, I think.
He is. Yeah. He's a bit Conan the Barbarian. Yeah,
yeah he is.
Yeah, he is. He plays an emissary of the Dark Lord Satan himself. Yeah. Yeah, so there is this backdrop, there is this kind of canvas that takes place behind the immediacy of what's happening between our characters in the film. That is the kind of celestial fight between light and dark, between good and evil.
And you were on the red carpet last night, and I noticed when we were introducing you as two Hollywood A-listers, you sort of, well, you didn't blush, but, I mean, you looked a tad surprised. And, no, you shouldn't be surprised, because you are now, but I suspect...
You've been pushing her way up the alphabet for years.
Yes.
You made it. Yes.
It's a delightful surprise, is it not?
I don't know. I don't know. I suppose I don't know. It's quite. It just makes me laugh. A wee bit. Just.
You're dying in this movie, and of course, you do a good death, don't you, Jessica? She did with a death, because we still haven't quite forgiven Sybil for dying in Downton Abbey and leaving us all distraught. Did you follow the series?
Yeah, you know, I mean, bits and watched it here and there. I think, but because I always knew I was going back, I tried not to watch it too much, because I knew I was going to go back and do it again. So I didn't want to sort of watch too much of it and then realise that I was terrible, and then
so you got the box set
try and
when you finished.
Yeah.
Did you imagine when you were doing it, it would have the impact it's had, not just obviously in this country, but in the United States as well?
No.
It's staggering.
Hugely popular there.
Yeah. It's nuts. I don't really kind of keep my head in the sand about it, really. And then you go over there and it's a bit crazy. But, yeah.
So are we losing you, then? Are you off to Hollywood now? You're leaving us behind?
Come to the dark side.
Yeah, he's there, he's luring you.
Come on, tell her what's in store.
Absolutely,
You're
absolutely.
There. Your mum's there, I gather, yeah?
Yeah, my mum's there now. She got married to an American gentleman. And she lives in an apartment on Sunset Boulevard now. I drive by her apartment twice a day, which is very, very strange. And lovely.
And she got married at 70.
She did, the cheek of her. Cheek of her, how dare she?
You're not supposed to do that,
I
are
know,
you?
But I met him, I vetted him, I asked him what his plans were for the future.
Did you front room him?
Yes, indeed. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you come from Cookham. We've been talking about floods all morning, as you doubtless been aware. And you come from Cookham, which is pretty in the thick of it out there. Are your mum and dad still there?
Yeah.
And how are they coping? Are they flooded?
No.
So
Sorry.
they're okay.
They're okay, yeah, but lots of their mates are just, you know, 2 feet of water in one of their friends' houses, which is nuts. It's just insane. And it's not stopping.
No.
Well, David Cameron's been on the programme saying this morning he's pledging to do all they can anyway. If not,
He is, and he's sorry
Yeah.
for everything going through. You see, that's another temptation, back to LA in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Escape all of that. Well, look, the film is out,
see
isn't
you.
it, next Friday?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. Lovely to chat to you this
Good to
morning.
chat to you guys.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.